I mentioned Toddlers and Tiaras before as a show that I watched um, that I would argue successfully problematized some of the behaviors between the parents and the children and each other on the show. Uh, this is a very um, big industry, children's beauty pageants. And previous shows, including the one that I used to see on A&E every once in a while, did not give any sense that these were problematic behaviors or that this was outside of the ordinary. It just sort of normalized everything. And while I think some of this could be performed in a healthy, normative way, the show seems to suggest that that is not the case. So, and these are actual shots of children made up for beauty pageants. What Hernandez says is this kind of beauty relative to children is not normal or natural. It's very much bought and consumed. There's a whole industry created around these pageants beyond the pageant industry itself. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is a specifically commodified way to look at childhood beauty and beauty pageants. There's an identity that the children embody. There's an identity that is put upon them by their parents. By the way, this is almost exclusively young girls, though young boys can perform too. The show focuses I would say almost exclusively on young girls of various ages, from super young, 1 and 2 years old, through their early tweens before they stop being featured on this show. Um, this kind of pageantry requires a lot of practice, a lot of maintenance, and we'll see what that looks like here in a little bit. But it's not something that just happens overnight. There's a great deal that goes into this kind of identity performance, and it is in a very much an extreme attention to personal appearance that gets featured on this show. There's a personal transformation that you see go on that's pretty significant from the children before they're done up for the pageant to the point where they're prepared for the pageant on the show, and then when they actually perform in the pageant. So the show likes to feature sometimes before and after shots of what the kids look like before they were made up and what they look like afterwards. The clip we're about to watch focuses on one of the more famous and well-known at the time child beauty pageant stars.